Howdy folks, welcome back to Train True. I'm Mako, coming to you from 2 rooms over in my home gym, as you can see in the background. I am just doing this new thing on a new camera that my lovely wife gave me. So far, so good, looks great. Today, because I'm busy but I want to get some content still going, I'm going to show you another raw workout, my specialty, the bench press. On today's menu, my daily undulating periodization speed day on the bench. If you don't know what that means, it's basically, well, it's my variation of it. I have 4 days. I have high intensity day, that means go heavy, low reps. I got medium or moderate intensity day. That means I'm aiming probably for about 5 to 8 reps per set. Again, probably lighter. I got my low intensity day. I go from 8 to about 10-ish reps. And then I got my speed day today. As the name implies, I'm going for quick speed on each rep, explosive. And I generally go for something that I could do about 5 sets of 12 or more reps, anywhere from 12 to even like 20. Mix it up. That's why we call it daily undulating periodization, or a daily undulating program. You can't just do the same rep scheme every time. It works at first for newbie gains, but you're gonna hit a plateau. That's how I blew up my bench all the way to 4 plates. And before we get to the workout itself, I want to include some tips. Now, this channel is not dedicated only to keto, but as some of you may know, I am on keto. I've been on keto for 2 years now, mostly strict keto, not targeted or cyclical. And I've had a lot of gains. And one of the big things I want to disprove, and I use that word a little bit lightly because I am only one person. Obviously, sample size of one person isn't very scientific, but there is some scientific literature out there showing, not much yet because keto isn't that popular for strength athletes at the time, but they do suggest that like glycogen levels do get repleted, not just depleted on keto in a different manner, that glycogen levels do remain stable for those on keto, just as they do for those on carb-based diets. Of course, different mechanism, I won't go into that right now, but even marathon runners, a lot of them are on keto. What I really want to show you is, don't believe those haters who say that keto doesn't build explosive power, that you get gassed out on keto so quickly, you can't lift heavy for a long time. Now, I'm about to show you otherwise. Obviously, again, I'm one person, but I've been on keto for 2 years. So before you hate on keto and say it can't be done, you gotta be on it for a while. So before you deny what you can do on keto, remember, don't go on keto for like 1 to 2 weeks and say that I'm gassed out, it doesn't work. You gotta give it some time. Honestly, I'd say give it a minimum of 2 to 3 months. That's just a minimum before your body fully adapts. And for me, because I did make some mistakes at first, especially with too low levels of protein, I gave it like 6 months. That's when it really started kicking in. And I have no regrets. Keto has been amazing for me these past 2 years, regardless of the speed bumps I hit along the way. And I just want to share with you how I got past those speed bumps and basically how you can overcome them. Maybe you'll save a lot of time based on some of my tips. So if you want to get strong, build muscle on keto, tip number 1, as I always say, is up your protein. Up to 200 grams if you're about my weight, which is around 170, is pretty good. Tip number 2 is take your electrolytes. Go on Amazon or wherever you live, buy some bulk supplements, powdered magnesium glycinate. That's usually the one that's a little bit easier on the stomach and very bioavailable, meaning very absorbable. Get some potassium citrate, if that's how you pronounce it. I just put a few half teaspoons in my drinks throughout the day, especially my pre-workout, my post-workout, even a little bit before bed. Breakfast shake, if you take that. Salt, whatever the hell you want, whether it's table salt, sea salt, pink salt, it really doesn't matter. but make sure you put a good chunk of that into your pre-workout, intro workout in particular. You know, salt your food if you're not a fan of drinking it. Tip number 3 is be patient on keto. Don't overnight expect your lifts to be exactly the same they were if you just started keto yesterday or last week or even 2 weeks ago. You got to give it a month, 2 months, 3 months. I said 3 months is pretty safe. Again, it took me 6 months to get really used to it, but that's because I kind of screwed up my protein intake early on. Don't make that mistake. Without further ado, my speed day bench press. Enjoy. Chest day, best day. Cheers. Oh, so good. All right, voice over time. So as you can see, I'm warming up with an empty bar. Do that for about 20 reps or so. While I do that, just some explanation on the speed day protocol. So the goal of the day is do about 5 AMRAP sets from between probably 12 to 20 reps. Today, I'm probably going to choose a relatively light weight. And I usually choose depending on how my warm-up goes. So as you can see, I did 135 or 1 plate for about 8 reps. Here, I'm going to give 2 plates or 225 a go for about 3 quick reps. Just speeding up the footage there. Then this is where I generally put the belt. The gangster wraps on, my favorite, with 275. So this is my first relatively medium weight warm-up. Just really fast. I usually try to gauge the speed. This one seemed to go all right. And at this point I'm feeling pretty good. Get the blood flowing to my chest. Alright, then I usually skip up to 315 or 3 plates. And also this one I think I ended up pausing. For no particular reason, I just wanted to see how I felt. And that was pretty fast. Alright, and then finally, 345 for my final single. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so 345, I usually choose this weight because it gives me a good indicator how I'm feeling that day. I always like to go up to a relatively heavy single, usually no heavier than this. So here goes. I like to count to myself. Brace, leg drive, big breath, and that was fast. 345, touch and go, felt pretty fast, but a little achy in the chest, so I'm thinking 275 for AMRAPs, 5 sets. This is gonna kill me. Okay, so as I set up for my 275 first set, particularly on this day, I like to do a really big AMRAP on the first set. My previous best was 21 reps, 275 a few weeks ago. So I take forever to set up, so I'm speeding that up. Big breath, leg drive, arch. It's 10. It's 16 on one breath. Getting close. Need a little bit of leg drive. Kept my butt on the bench for every single rep. That's a PR.
Oh my God.
It's okay. You'll be alright. 275, 22 reps. 22. Body weight, 172 pounds. Who the hell said you can't lift on keto? Who? Set 2, another MRAP, 275. Here we go. All right, so while I do this second set, why do I call it a speed day? Because I really do want to focus on speed. In a daily undulating program, you want to hit different muscle fibers, type 1, type 2, or the fast twitch versus slow twitch. Get every rep range involved. And I really do, in my experience, feel like these speed days have enhanced my bench over time. Only 16 reps. I guess you can't lift on keto. Nope. Team no calves. Beautiful. Alright, so getting set up for set 3. From this angle you can see my leg drive. I like to point my legs or my toes and knees outward. That way we get some more glute activation. Helps with the arch. You can see my beautiful tiny little calves are spasming because I'm using my leg drive on every rep. Trying not to move my feet too much. Dying on that last rep. 15. I'm dying. It's okay. Still have a couple more. Alright. Setting up again. Set 4. Notice my bar path, not straight up and down, more so at an angle toward my abdomen, and then I push a little bit toward my shoulders at the lockout. You can see my elbows are kind of going inward, tucking them in, not too much though. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my 5th and final AMRAP of 275. Here goes. I'm aiming for 12 to 14, but I'm aiming for 14, of course. You can do it. Alright, so lower angle to show you that my butt staying planted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One breath. 11, 12, suffering, 13, happy that I hit this, but this is when, yeah, aim too high. Aim high. Oh. Love these safety straps. So because I'm a lazy ass, I rested there for about a minute, then decided just to basically press it up. So worth it. Yay. So lazy. Alright, now, not done there. So I'm transitioning to weighted dips because it is a speed day. I'm going pretty light. Just 2 plates are about 90 pounds. Awkwardly trying to put that in there with the camera in one hand. And then on this first set, although it's a speed day, I'm kind of going a little too slowly here. It's actually because the weight was rocking back and forth a little too much, so I had to kind of control it. But, as you can see, I am going to depth, if there's such a thing. I go below, or at least up to 90 degrees on that angle. I'm not pausing on the bottom because that's not my focus today, focusing on just that explosive strength. And on that first set, I hit 14 reps, which is within the speed range. So, second set, realized that I really do have to focus more on speed. So I kind of angled my legs out. They gave me better leverage without swinging. And I think I hit 14 reps here as well. At this angle, you can't see my depth as well, but I did hit it every time. And then, because you're probably bored of seeing that by now, third and final set of weighted dips. I think I only hit 12 here. Because, yeah, obviously I'm a bit gassed out from all that bench.
275 for 22 reps, 16 reps, 15 reps, 14 reps, 13 reps. Do the math. I'm not your typical Asian. I can't do math well. That's a lot of reps. Then I did 3 sets of weighted dips, 90 pounds, 14 reps each.
Okay. And as I said in my other shoulder workout, it's always a good idea to work the antagonist muscle group. So on bench or flat bench days, I like to do these, not cable pull downs, but obviously banded pull downs. Kind of rows. I'm trying to angle it to hit a different group. I always try to do a different angle depending on the day. And here I'm kind of doing like cheat reps purposely to get a little bit of stretch reflex in. And again, it's a speed day, so I'm keeping the rep range to about 15. So I do this for about 2 more sets. I think I'm only going to show you 1 more. This one I try to not cheat so much. Focus on the contraction. And of course I do have to put abs in somewhere, so I usually put it at the end of my chest workout just because I got that dip bar out already. And honestly I don't really focus on abs that much. There I did about like 45 leg raises. I did a couple sets of those till I failed. I do a couple controlled toes to bar. Actually couldn't do that many here because I was exhausted from those leg raises a couple seconds ago. And then I don't have any clue what these are called, but I saw someone else on YouTube, I think Athlean X, Jeff Cavalier, do these. And they really work the upper abs well. And after all that, and honestly I skipped a lot of sets in this video because it's just boring. And I felt like I needed more work in my back, particularly for rows. So just to emulate the reverse of a bench press, I do this movement with the bar itself with the same grip on the bench for a couple sets. Again, speed day, so I'm going to keep it within that range of about 12 to 15 to match what I did on the bench itself.
Whew. Physique update before the protein shake. I'd say I'm looking leaner. Yeah, about the same weight. 78 kilos, 172 pounds. A little bit less fat in the stomach. Nice pimple here. Definitely more vascular. The chest pump. Not bad, not bad. Cut is going well.
Alright, now my post-workout protein shake. I usually put creatine, HCl in there. I put a couple scoops of Hydro Whey. You don't have to use this protein, but I like the flavor. Digests quickly. Put some water, and I forgot the electrolytes. I sweat a lot during this workout, so I decided to add electrolytes to my post-workout.
It's good. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that workout. The point of it again is to focus on speed, going for tons of reps, a lot of AMRAPs or RPE 9s at a minimum. I'm working on my own version of the daily undulating periodization program. I'll be giving out that for free. The goal of this channel is to train true, haha. I just want to get real information out there about my lifting, how I approach keto, my experiments, everything I've learned over the years of lifting. I just want to help you guys get better. So please like, subscribe, comments down below. I don't know why I'm doing thumbs down. And thank you. We hit 200 subscribers. Honestly, I don't know what to expect with this channel, but I'm going to keep it going. Thank you for the support, and I will see you next time. Peace.